New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2019. We're going to talk today about taking the jump, taking that leap of faith for 2019. I'm going to touch base with you just a little bit out of my book. I wrote in chapter 20 to feel the fear and do it anyway. Unless you try to do something beyond what you already mastered, you will never grow. That's from Ronald Osborne. And where the Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway came from is an awesome book that was published back in 1987 by Susan Jeffers. It's a great read, helps you overcome fear. And the reason I'm excited to talk to you about this today is because I'm just like you. I have lots of fears, lots of doubts that I have to overcome. So a lot of these messages that I'm sharing on Facebook are lessons that I need more than anyone, because I still have to remember to jump and to take risks, calculated risks, not stupid risks. So I'm going to show you in just a minute or two. You're going to watch a skydive video, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a little bit of the background on how it happened. In 2 years ago, I was at a seminar. You know, I love to learn, so I go to a program called the Day of Excellence in Rapid City. There were 1,300 people in the auditorium. One of the speakers that was there was Kenyon Salo. He's one of the members of the Thunderbirds Thunder Skydive team in the Denver Broncos. So he dives into the stadiums before the games, and he was there giving a talk showing his video of him jumping into the stadium. And I thought, wow, would that be awesome to jump with that guy? Because I had this on a list of mine in the 90s to be adventurous and make skydiving, etc. Well, about 45 minutes into his presentation, he said, someone in this room is going to skydive with me. And I threw my hands in the air and I said, pick me! Well, he didn't pick me because he was busy unfolding a piece of paper. And he unfolded this that says, M21, you are going skydiving. You'll never guess who was sitting in seat M21. That was me. So I think this jump was meant to be. And the cool thing about it, Kenyon told me afterwards, he said, you need to keep this piece of paper. Because he said, one of the cool things for me, he said, last night I was in this auditorium all by myself. It was empty. And I'm looking for the right seat to pick. Because he said, not everyone is going to want to go skydiving. He said, I was walking down the aisle. He said, something stopped me at row M. And I turned and I walked down, and he said, I stopped at seat 21. And I turned and looked at that chair and I said, whoever's sitting here tomorrow is going to want to skydive with me. And he was absolutely right. So I'm going to show you this. It's about a 4-minute video. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you just some of the stats of it, of how fast we were falling, and what not to do when you skydive. And then I'm going to read just the last paragraph or so of the book, of this chapter, to help you overcome your fears and to just jump this year. So give me just a minute and we'll get this video going for you.
Welcome to Mile High Skydiving Center.
Well, thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you're all dressed up to jump out of an airplane today?
That boy got the Viking suit on, you know.
Yeah. With this guy.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Let's just say that right now.
What's the occasion, Dwayne?
Well, I actually was at one of Kenyon's speaking engagements, and I won the trip. He unfolded a letter on stage, and before he did that, he told the audience, he said, someone in this crowd is going skydiving with me, and I yelled out, pick me! And he didn't hear me from the stage because he was unfolding a letter, and the letter said, If you're sitting in seat M21, you're going
The
skydiving.
rest is history.
I was sitting in M21.
Let's go out there and have fun.
All right, buddy.
Hey, Dwayne.
Hey, buddy, I can't wipe the smile off my face. It's going to be awesome. Luck of the draw going with him, I guess, from what these guys say. It's all good. At least we're hooked up, I hope.
Yep, halfway at the moment.
That's right. Oh,
We're
halfway.
halfway there. Any minute now, you're going to get fully dressed up, and then we're out of here.
All right.
Skydive.
I am ready. We're at 12,500 feet. We're actually falling at 120 miles an hour or more, and we're free fall for 7,000 feet. Takes about 45 seconds. And don't try to woohoo when you're jumping out of a plane that 120 miles an hour, because it sucks the air right out of your lungs. It takes about 1,000 feet to get your wind back. Hey,
Dwayne,
Mikey.
welcome back to Earth.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
You got to try this sometime.
What was your favorite part of that whole ordeal?
Once the chute opened and just getting to enjoy the scenery and seeing what you guys get to experience all the
I
time.
had a little bit of taste of
That
what we did
is
every day.
awesome.
Thanks for coming out today,
Great. Thanks for the video, man.
and then we'll see you for
Appreciate
round 2, right?
it. Yeah.
Everybody, Canyon out.
That was good, man. Thanks for the jump.
Well, I'll tell you, my brother James used to say there's only two things that fall out of the sky. That's bird crap and fools. And I was a fool that day, but I absolutely loved it. If you've ever thought of doing this, you got to try it. And that's where I want to just read the last paragraph or two of my book on chapter 20, because we're talking about jumping and taking that leap of faith and overcoming fears. And as I told you, these are things I need to overcome often. So in my book, it says, fear always plays a large part in life. Fear is always there. The great thing is that once again, you get to decide how to respond when fear and doubt come creeping in. The worst thing you can do, which all of us have done, is to let fear paralyze you. You have to jump to overcome the fear. You have to take that leap of faith and trust that things will work out in your favor. Become a reverse paranoid and believe that everything is working to make you succeed. Hopefully, taking care to have great inner circle of people around you to help you overcome your fear. You have your own Kenyan Salo attached to your back. You need someone to push you out the door once you have realized it's worth the risk. If you believe in God, God is your tandem partner. Rather than think of the fear and the things that can go wrong, set your sights on what you'll miss out on if you don't jump. You may be facing what could be the greatest thrill and most exciting thing that has ever happened in your life. Focus on what you will gain. Focus on the thrill, the passion, and the energy that you will feel, and then take the leap. You will no doubt discover that it is one of the best decisions you ever made. You'll feel the thrill of victory and stand tall. You can see farther and accomplish more than you ever dreamed possible. Every time you overcome a fear or doubt, you propel yourself closer to the championship of your dreams. Take the leap. You can do it. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you tomorrow.